looking at the difference between our daily lives and the functioning of the federal government and all this obsession with Biden's capacity. I understand it's a reasonable question to ask for an 81-year-old president who had a disastrous debate and shows signs of aging. There's no question it's fair game. But most Americans want to know, is the government working or is the government not working? And, you're talking about inflation. We sort of get a sense it might be easing. Things are slowing, but the economy is still pretty vibrant. The question is, does consumer sentiment shift in time to reward Biden for handling inflation or not? And I think that's really the big determinant. Age is a big deal in the media right now, but, is the federal government functioning? Yes, it is. Is it shut down? No, it isn't. Is he meeting with our NATO allies? Are we sending weapons where we need to send weapons in the interest of the United States? According to him, yes. So that's the big disconnect, is the media focus on this issue, whereas the rest of the country kind of experiences the federal government and says right now, except for inflation, it's working decently well.
Wendy, I think if you talk to, again, most Democrats, they would say, we'll back any candidate that is best equipped to beat former President Trump. Is there any consensus who that is today, or are we still trying to figure out whether it's President Biden or someone else?
Paul, that's exactly the right question, I think, to ask between now and November if Biden doesn't drop out. Who runs the Democratic Party? I've said before, the president is the, titular leader of the Democratic Party, being a Democrat and being in the White House. But basically, we don't have any big power brokers that can really seal this deal. And second, is chaos on the Democratic side, if he steps down, something that's going to counter chaos on the Trump side? Because right now, Trump doesn't look chaotic. The Republicans look unified. In fact, they're modifying their abortion stance in their platform. Their convention is next week. If it's disciplined and Trump stays on message and doesn't go off the rails, the Republicans look orderly. The Republicans look like they have the act together, and the Democrats look like they're a mess. So this is really the big problem for the Democrats. You say he will lose to Trump, but if you create more chaos around the nominee, I think you magnify or expand the chances that you will lose to the Republicans, because they will look, for the first time in a long time, more orderly than the Democrats.